Hello possums and welcome to another speed build. This time I decided to do a family home because it just seemed fun. It is quite large, it is very expensive, and I do use a load of packs for this. But I'd done starter homes and I just wanted to have some fun, so I didn't really give myself a budget for this one. I think the budget was to try and keep it under 100k, which I think for The Sims 4 is actually kind of easy to do. I try not to use too many expensive items, and here I'm fighting with the window that I wanted in for the living room. I didn't know how to do it and it just wasn't working for me. I almost thought I'll get rid of it, but then I figured out how to do it. I know that the right hand side veranda is quite long. Don't worry, I do fix that. It does get much shorter because I didn't understand why I had it that long to begin with. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. I put 2 kids in 1 bedroom and I gave teens their own room plus a master bedroom. I did get some new packs that I wanted to play around with, which is why I'm currently playing with the fences, because I didn't want to use the same fence over and over again, but I ended up using the same fence over and over again. I'm really hoping that at some point we'll get like a metal fence that's... We've got this fence in Australia called Colour Bond, and it is a metal fence that is really strong and very durable. So I'm hoping that we'll get something similar to that in one of the new packs that are coming out this year. Again, the roofing, me and roofing, we just do not get along. So I ended up going with this fence. I think it's a sort of stone fence or a concrete fence. It was basically the closest thing to Colour Bond that I could find in terms of look. It looks nothing like Colour Bond, by the way. But I liked it, so I decided to go with it. Sorry about that, I just hit my microphone. My favourite room to furnish, aside from the living room, was actually the shared bedroom. No, wait, that's a lie. It was actually one of the teen rooms who I decided was going to become a veterinarian. I end up going through a lot of curtains. I'm trying to see if there's ones that are big enough to cover windows like that, but I forgot that when walls are on a diagonal, it distorts the size of whatever is on that wall. This build also does have laundry in it. Again, I've never played with it, but I still have heard horrible things about it. But to me, a family home just isn't complete without a laundry room. With that bathroom, I realised that the only actual bathroom that was in the house was the ensuite for the master bedroom. So I had to throw that one in somewhere so that the family had somewhere where they could bathe. The kitchen was another of my favourite rooms that I ended up doing. We don't have giant islands in Australia, so I kind of like the idea of a massive square or rectangle island. I don't know, it just looks nice for me. It'd be nice to have the room to have something like that. And I decided to throw in a formal dining area as well. Because I didn't have a budget, I decided that every room could have a desk in it with some sort of electronic on it, except for the shared kids' room. I just figured that they could have a desk in there to do their homework. One of the things that is constant with my builds is that the main house, like kitchen, living, front hallway, sort of thing, will be in usually a white, because I feel that if it's a very basic color, you can bring warmth to the house or the room with the art decorations, which is why there was a lot of orange going on in the living room, because the room itself is white. Well, the walls are white, I should say. So it's got the white walls, but it's also got the nice warm floorboards. So I went with orange artwork on the walls to bring in a bit of extra warmth. I tend to pull furniture or items out beside whatever I'm trying to match, which is what I did with the mirror and the bed. I was hoping that there would be a similar wood tone. This is the teen that I decided was dreaming of becoming a veterinarian. So all of the artwork, except for that one, is from cats and dogs. And again, I'm going insane trying to find curtains that look good against those windows. The lighting in this room was really strange. I actually ended up having to move the overhead light out because it was just making everything look whitewashed. I don't know what happened there, but in order to actually see the colour of the room, I had to remove the overhead light. Even though I'm trying to find curtains here, wait, for this room it doesn't really matter, but for that room I ended up having to delete the curtains because I decided that there could be some doors going out onto the veranda, because I realised that I have this massive veranda but there are no doors leading out to it except for the front door. And true to form, being an Australian, there had to be a Barbie somewhere. I did consider for a moment putting a pool in the backyard, but then I saw just how expensive it was becoming and realised that I hadn't done the landscaping yet. I loved the landscaping on this house. The front of it, I thought I did a very good job with that. I was very pleased with it. It was initially just going to be a row of hedges and that was it, but then I started looking and couldn't help myself. I had to start pulling out things and seeing what went well with it, what I could do with it, trying to take inspiration from the world around. I decided to go with random colours for all the flowers that were there. I thought it looked nicer. Like somebody just took a handful of the flowers and threw them. Didn't care what colours showed up when they finally grew. Sorry. It is really late and my brain is trying to shut down for the night. This time I did remember to put in some skill building items, which really didn't help with the price of the house. But I grew tired of forgetting to put them in. And here I'm changing out a window in one of the rooms for a door out onto the veranda. And I'm going through all the other doors just to see if there was one that filled up the wall a bit better than the one I picked. Originally I was going to leave the veranda uncovered, but then I realised that I had some things from season and I thought it would be probably a lot nicer for gameplay if whatever was on the porch wasn't destroyed when the snow hit. So I had to futz around with that. So I'm wrapping up here and thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. I know I had a great time building it. I especially love that front garden. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!